Today I'm going to show you how to do a dead hang to chest to bar pull-up. The reason why we're doing it this way is purely because I'm biased from my calisthenics background, and this is going to transfer to you being able to do moves such as the front lever, the muscle up, ring muscle up a lot more effectively, because your shoulders are going to be driving down through the back as you do this. That's going to activate the lower traps more, and it's going to help create a very strong pulling position, which is used in all those pulling movements that I talked about. Just to let you know, I am making a few assumptions here. Essentially that you've got the muscle mass and the strength to do that. If you're not at that stage yet, you need to build up that strength by doing movements such as lat pull downs, supported pull-ups, fixed bar rows. They're going to really help you to develop your pulling strength, capacity, and build up the muscles that you need to. So this is just me focusing purely on the actual technique of the pull-up once you have the strength to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this movement into its constituent parts like I do with most of my tutorials, and show you exactly what you need to be doing with your hands, with your body, with your legs, because every single part of your body is involved in the pulling movement. The muscles that we're going to be working are obviously going to be the lats. Is this the best movement to build your lats? Probably not. I'd say a lat pull down, but again, we're talking more about developing the skill so that it can transfer to something else. Okay, now before you attempt this movement, one thing that I need you to be able to do as a prerequisite is the hollow body. If you don't know how to do that, please see the video links below. Now, the first thing that you need to be able to do when we're doing a pull-up is you need to be able to hang. What we're doing when we're hanging is actually two things. We're developing our grip strength and endurance, and we're also developing the extent to which we can stay in a hollow body for a long time, because that's going to really help you with your movement efficiency to crank out reps once you get to that stage. And so let me show you how to hang. First thing you're going to do, grab the bar, but we're not just holding it. That's what people tend to do. They just put their hands there. But we're actually going to grip it, squeeze it as tight as you can. So squeeze the bar. Then you're going to grab the bar, and again, you're going to squeeze it. And so once you're able to do this, the next thing we need to do is get into the hang. The best way to do this as safely as possible, kick one leg out, lock it, kick the other leg out, lock it. And then you're just going to hold that position. Ideally, I want you to build up to being able to do this for 30 seconds. Once you've done, just descend from it safely, and then there you have it. That's how to hang. One more thing I need to show you as well, guys, is when you're in that hanging position, I said that a hollow body was a prerequisite. That's essentially the position that we are assuming in the hang. We're not just, hanging there limply. We're in a strong position. Legs are locked, toes are pointed down, tailbone is down, and I'm really gripping the bar. So the whole body's in tension here. So I talked in the intro about how we're basically setting up the pull-up for us to be able to do more advanced calisthenic movements at some point down the line. And so in order to do that, we're going to do a movement now called the active hang that will help with that. And so you've got your hanging out the way, you can now do that. We now need to focus on, and I'll show you from behind, driving the shoulder blades down the back, okay? So it'll be a good idea for you to just practice getting that movement in first, because we're now going to apply that to here. So let me show you how that's done. We're going to get into our hanging position, super tight grip, lock one leg forwards, lock the other leg forwards, hollow body. From here, I drive the chest up and round and shoulder blades down the back before I release. Okay, so what I want you to do is hold this for around about 3 seconds before you come down. Good strong 3 seconds. Then down again, and just try and get to around about 5 to 10 reps of those. Start with 5, build up to 10. Once you've got that on lock, we are pretty much, that's the most important thing for you to be able to do a chest to bar pull-up. Let me get into it. What I'm going to focus on now is the direction of my elbows and how I basically start and finish that first pulling part of the movement. So let's go through everything step by step. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get into my nice dead hang position. So super tight grip. I already subconsciously bring my hips in, so squeeze my bum essentially, legs out in front, legs are locked. Now from here, I actually focus on pulling my elbows forwards and down. okay, this movement here rather than out to the side. Just because when we're doing calisthenics, most of the movements are kind of quite nice and narrow. We keep like nice narrow movements. And so in order to do that, we keep the elbows close to the body, and that helps keep the shoulder blades close to the body as well. The further away the elbows go, the further away the shoulders go. They kind of follow away. So that's why I focus on bringing the elbows forwards. So I'm going to get into this position, and then first thing we do, and if I'm to break this movement down, is an active hang. I do the active hang, and then look at my elbows. I'm bending them forwards, 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 all the way up, chest to bar, and then down. Okay, so as you can see, I'm almost leaning back slightly as I do that movement, purely because, again, that's going to translate to you being able to pull into something like the front lever or pull away from the bar when you're doing a muscle up. So when it comes to the descent, what we're doing, and by this point, if you've been going through a pull-up program to build up the strength to do this, you should have been working on negatives as well. And so on the way down, you just want that movement to be nice and controlled. You don't want to be dropping super, super fast. That's going to put your shoulders into an unsafe position. You want each part of the movement to be controlled. And so let me just show you 2 or 3 reps of what a nice chest to bar pull-up should look like in the ascent and then the negative part of the movement too. So tight grip, tailbone down, locking the legs out, elbows shoot forwards, up, chest above the bar, down slowly, dead hang position. Same again. Dead hang position. And that's how you do a perfect pull-up. And so once you're able to do, let's say you should be able to do 5 to 10 of those. Okay, for me, I don't see any point in you trying to do as many pull-ups as possible, because if the goal is to get stronger, the goal is then to add weight. And that's when you need to build a dip belt into the equation, add some weight, and then just start training. I don't do more than 6 these days. And sometimes I'll do a program where I'm just doing 3 reps just to really build strength with that movement, because building strength with that movement is what translates to you being able to do those more advanced calisthenics moves. So there you have it, guys. That's how you should perform the perfect pull-up. Let me know in the comments if you found that useful. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.